So I just want to take this time to talk to you guys about breakthrough. Y'all know we're now on this 21-day challenge of healing, deliverance, and breakthrough. And sometimes when we talk about breakthroughs, we think about getting a new car. We think about the marriage. We think about a promotion on the job. We think about all these tangible things. But what happens when your breakthrough is just a mental breakthrough? What happens when your breakthrough is just you literally, getting out of that toxic relationship? What happens when your breakthrough is just God giving you wisdom and downloads on how to go and pursue and to get the tangible things? So y'all listen, today we're talking about breakthrough, and your breakthrough, baby, is your growth. Your growth speaks volumes. And even if people don't tell you, they watching you and they see how you're elevating. They see how you're mentally coming up out of that, stronghold that they've had you in. They see how you're no longer taking the mess. They see how you're no longer putting up with their half anything, right? And so your growth speaks volumes. So y'all, let's talk about it. Number one, how do you know that you are growing? How do you know that you've reached this breaking point, this breakthrough point where you're growing and you're continuously growing? Number one, even though you can expose the lie in the person, you choose to stay silent and let God handle it. That's growth. Because as a chosen one, we see the mess, we can see straight through it. And you have an option, whether or not you expose it, whether or not you entertain it, whether or not you allow it to take your peace, your energy, but you choose to sit back and let God handle it. That's growth. A lot of us, at some point, we could not do that. We could not do that. Some of us feel like we had to have the last word. Some of us feel like we can go toe to toe because we know we're right. We know what we know. But now you're in a season where you just like, God, you handle it. That is growth. Even though you see the lies, the fakery, the deceit, yet you're letting God handle it. That is growth. Don't miss it, baby. You're growing daily. The next one, the petty behavior and undercover subliminals don't faze you anymore. There was a time, baby, you can flip off and you go out from A to Z, the old and the new. But now that petty behavior, that tit for tat, that tongue wrestling with people, doing all of that, you don't even have time for that. You're not even fazed by that anymore. That's growth. That's growth. When you don't have time to entertain foolishness and people, that's growth. Subtle ways of a breakthrough. Sometimes we overlook it because we're so busy looking for the bigger one, the bigger blessing. When you're missing it daily, you're growing. Let's go to the next one. The heartbreak, betrayals, rejection built your character. Even though we complain about those seasons, even though it don't feel good to us, your character is being built. The heartbreaks, the betrayal, the rejection was good for you. It built your character. You cannot buy that. Your character outshines beauty any day. Your growth is speaking volumes in this season, and people won't tell you that. They just sit back and they watch. They just sit back and they take notes. They just sit back and they study you instead of getting in the game, doing the work. Your growth is speaking volumes in this season. Let's go to the next one. Because of what you endured, you really don't have to open your mouth. Your actions speak for you. Because of what you endured, you really don't have to open your mouth when you go places. You really don't have to prove yourself. Your actions speak for you. The way you show up, the way you live your life, the way you love, the way you care, the way you carry yourself. Listen, your actions speak for you. And it's real loud these days, baby. Your growth is speaking real loud these days. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You don't have to go out your way for nobody. Your actions speak for you. Let's go to the last one, y'all. You know you're growing when you look around and it's quiet. You know you're growing when you look around and it's quiet. You started out with cheerleaders. You started out with supporters. You started out with friends in your corner. You started out with boo and bae. All of a sudden you look around and baby, it's a one-man show, and that is you. That's how you know you're growing. That's when you know you're in that eagle season. Eagles don't flock with everybody else. They soar alone. They're leaders. So the higher you climb, the quieter it gets. The more you grow, the quieter it gets. Some people didn't even realize or believe that you would make it this far. And every day that you show up, it makes them out of a liar. Your growth is speaking volumes in this season. Celebrate that. Honor that. Clap for yourself. Because nobody's going to do that. So you do it for you. Celebrate your growth daily. I don't care how big or small it is. But I'm letting you know on today that in this season, baby, it's speaking volumes. Even if you don't open your mouth, people see you. They see your actions. They see the change. They see the glow on you. That's why they be looking at you like you're crazy when you go outside, because they see it. They see it. This is a breakthrough message, y'all. I told y'all 21 days, healing, deliverance, breakthrough. We're all in different seasons. Every word won't resonate with you. But you will know that this one is for you. And all of us are growing daily. Even if I didn't touch your point, even if I didn't hit something that you know you've accomplished, you know you have. Congratulate yourself. It's a daily walk. And every day we have to shed. Every day we have to put aside our flesh. Every day we have to humble ourselves. And y'all, when I talk about that humble thing, listen, again, I told y'all in another video, that word right there, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because so long people been telling us to be humble. But you can be humble and confident. You can be humble and bold. You can be humble and still know who you are. You can be humble and still congratulate yourself. You can be humble and still, pump yourself up. Your growth is speaking volumes. Continue growing, baby. Continue shining. Continue pushing. Period. Because ain't nobody mad about that but who? The devil.